So, Uncle J, can you do a bit of introduction about yourself, your real names, and what you do for a living?
Hello, guys. My name is Azan Adebayo Isaac, popularly known as CHORD. I'm a music producer in Lagos. I make music, write music, I produce songs, and I engineer songs. And I'm a pianist. I play keyboard. That's what I do basically.
Okay, the reason why, if you are joining for the first time, and this platform is called The Reality, and the essence of this platform is to help young people to face life the way they ought to face life. Now, the question I want to ask you, and then so that our viewers can benefit from what you do, your business, how can this business of yours influence the young people, especially with the trend we have? I'm sure before pandemic there are issues on ground, and then that pandemic. How can this your business, music business, help the young ones?
Well, thank you. The music business, like we know, music is life. We all love music. 95% of everybody on earth, if not 99, if not everybody, appreciates good music. And when you hear good music, it helps you to able to relax. It excites the emotions. It keeps you awake. It keeps you vibrant. So because of the purpose and value of music in as regards to what a human being feels about music, it means there's a very big market when it comes to music. Apart from the market, which I explained initially about how it helps us. So when you're not even considering the profit making of music, you can see that it solves some sort of problems when it comes to the individual person, and it serves a purpose. Now, when we now come to the profit part of it, there's a lot of profit when you make music. And music is so nice that even many of the artists and musicians that are even making money from music are not primarily doing it for the money making, and the money is just coming in as a sort of a reward. So when it comes to music, then helping young people, it can help young people in so many ways. For instance, if you are like me, I am making the music. I charge people to make that music for them. It's some sort of profit that I make. Some other people charge people to distribute or promote this music. It is still some sort of profit for them. Some people buy this music so that it can make them feel relaxed, it can make them agile, it can make them do whatever they want to do. The person that is making this music also still makes money from this music. So it's a very big industry whereby there are different sides to it. So the profit making, it's a very big thing. And also another thing about music is that music can unite people. Music can make us look at things from different perspective. When you have some great musicians that can really talk to you and you're listening to their music, you feel, for instance, you have something that you want to do and you're not so sure about the steps that you want to make. Maybe you are scared of taking the next step. You listen to some sort of motivational music, you get that energy to do what you want to do. And there's some times whereby you want to make a very bad decision. Maybe you are being suicidal, you want to take your life. You listen to some kind of music, it gives you hope that tomorrow things can be better for you, and so on and so forth. Music can solve problems within two people, within two groups of people. You can find some group of people and this group of people, and they listen to some sort of music. The music touches their hearts, and they just want to do things differently. Music is powerful, and there's benefits to it at every level.
So let me go a step further.
Right.
The business aspect of this music, if I as a young person, because I've seen there's a popular adage that says I do mine devil's workshop. Many of our young people are going up and down aimlessly. How can this music business help, and how do I as a young person start this music business?
Well, there are different aspects to music business. Maybe I'll talk mainly but what I do. What I do is I run a studio. I run a music studio. Aside running a music studio, I produce. So when you come with your song, I can produce your song. Do you understand that? And aside production, I can work as a sound engineer. That means even if you have a music producer that is coming with the artist into the studio, I can act as a sound engineer. Do you understand? So I think I've mentioned like three things. I write as well. That is like four things. And what other things I do? I do a couple of things. So you can just have a studio whereby you invest, you have a space, you buy the equipment, you buy standard industry grade equipment into the studio, and it ends there. People come into your studio to use your studio. You get a fee for them using the studio. All you need to do is just to manage the studio well and make sure everything is right for them to use. If you are a music producer, you don't have to have a studio. You can go to an existing studio. You work there for artists. You make money from that. If you are a sound engineer, still necessarily doesn't have to be a studio. You necessarily doesn't have to have a studio. You can go into an existing studio. You work as a sound engineer. You can mix people's songs. You can help them to get the best out of the recording. It's called tracking. You can track the songs and make everything sound well. If you're a songwriter, you can still be in the studio. You might not even be on the studio. You can be on the internet, help people to write songs or help people to edit their existing songs. And I do mainly most of these things. I even play keyboard, which is something you can still do. You can go to a studio, you play keyboard for an artist, and you get paid for it. So whatever aspect of this music making business that you want to do, you can even be the one that helped spread the songs on blogs, or you help to put the songs on paid sites so that the songs can be heard. You can do that for the person. You can be the one that even sponsor the artist. You can come and say, okay, this artist is good. I'm convinced people are going to buy into this person's song. You finance the person project by paying for the studio fee, by paying for production fee, the costuming and all. You sell the songs, you make some amount of profit for yourself. So there are different levels in which you can come in. All you have to do is to see what suits you, what you think you are comfortable with, and you can explore. Then that will be it for you.
Now, I have just one question,
Right.
and then the last one, you maybe show us one or two of your works, and then show one of your two they place on the keys. And I want to put on the spot now.
Right.
Church matter,
Okay.
and then church matter, young people mindset, and then what is happening now. What's your opinion about it? Has the church helped the young people? Have the church helped them to understand what is happening now, how they can move forward? What's your opinion on that?
Well, my opinion, yes, let's say, and
Hey, wait, because you started from the church.
and that is what I just want to say about, because
You started from the
when it
church.
comes to like 10 years ago, 10, 15, 20, even more, let's say far back 10, most reasonable artists, be it gospel, be it gospel obviously, secular jazz musicians, Afro musicians, reggae musicians, and all of that, almost everybody started from the church then. But now, mainly people are not starting from the church anymore, understand? And I don't know why. Possibly because the world is moving on, people are evolving, things are changing, and possibly the church isn't moving with that trend. And I don't know if it's going to be a good thing for the church to move towards that trend, because the church is not just like a social group whereby things evolve. So I'm I'm not a pastor, so I don't I don't really say, but I know there's something. I wouldn't want to say there's a problem somewhere. The way people started from the church then is not the way people are starting from the church again. The purpose or the vacuum church was filling as at 10, 15, 20 years ago, it's not the ideology of church then, it's not the ideology of church now. As if maybe I would say it's the churches that changed, or something thereabout isn't right. Because while we were growing up, if you want to be a good musician, you have to be in a church, you have to be groomed in a church, even if what you want to do is secular. But it is not that anymore. People just do whatever. So, in my own opinion, I just feel churches need to uh, move up to the trend. I'm talking about, let me say churches, I would say gospel music. Because one of the problems that I see with gospel music is the conventional way of doing things. The gospel music is so stationary, it's so stagnant. Thank God for some few people that are trying to revolutionize gospel music and try to move it a step further. People are growing. Taste of people, our taste as individuals, our taste changes along with time. People's taste changes. You understand? So as much as their taste is changing, the kind of song that inspires us or inspire us 10, 20 years ago might not inspire us again as of now. So more talented people need to see what secular people are doing, not necessarily learning from secular, because as a Christian it's a very different thing and you need to keep your things that way. But nevertheless, you still need to meet with the standard of what people want. What the youth and the younger generation wants now is different from what they used to want then. The things that they wanted 10, 15 years ago is different from what they want now. So the taste in music has changed, and I think the church uh, uh, needs to somehow, I would say, move with that trend when it comes to preaching the gospel through music.
Okay, thank you very, very, very much.
Welcome.
I know that with the trend and all that, the church doesn't have to copy the world, but the church has to wake up to reality. There are some churches, if you mention them, they are doing fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention them. They are doing very, 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 very fine. Anyway, finally, I want the viewers to see you at work. I know you have said you are a producer, you are this or that. So let us see one or two things that you can do, your production, and then on the keys, and we'll call it a wrap.
Uh, do I have to make a beat?
No, it can't make. No, you can't make a beat.
Okay, maybe I'll play a song. I'll play a song from the keyboard. Where's my tritone? On yeah. Okay. Okay. Alright, sorry. I think I'll need a sustain pedal. Alright, let's go.
Nice one. Finally, what do you have? I know about finger touch exclusive. What's finger touch exclusive? Because people okay, yes, you are the brain behind finger touch exclusive. How can people reach out to you? What's the social media handle? Where can they get your beats? Because I know also you sell you have beats that you put to us, you sell. So
All right, Finger Touch Exclusive is the name of the studio. It was a name that I thought of and I put together that like the mother name for the studio and everything that has to do with the music business that I do. It's what we call Finger Touch Exclusive. But mainly the brand I promote the most is my name, JCHORD. That is JAYCHORDS, JCHORD. So on Facebook, JCHORD. On Twitter, it's at JCHORD. On Instagram, it's at JCHORD. On any of the platform, occasionally I post some of my jobs there, and people buy it. And even when I'm not posting, people send DMs, and they tell me the kind of genre of song that they want, and we discuss business, we make beats. So if you want to reach me and you need any beats, you can reach me on any of those handles, or you call my number +2348034862655 or WhatsApp. We can talk business.
So I want to say thank you once again. People like us, we call you Dr. J. I believe that there's somebody somewhere that needs to hear this.
Yeah.
I also believe that they say sky is one's limit, and people like us believe heavens are limit, but that's where we're going to. You'll get there. We are very, 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 very grateful. Now, let me say it again. If you want to learn a trade, you want to learn a profession when it comes to music, and I'm sure you have heard him talk about different types of music that you need to learn, whether I want to be a writer, I want to be an engineer, whether I want to own a studio. And one of the things also he does is helping people to set up their studio, if I'm right.
Yes,
Yes.
that's still something.
You
Yes.
do that
I
also.
set up studios for
So
people.
on
I run consultations studios.
So on the crawler, you see his details there. The crawler, you see his details, see the WhatsApp number, see his social media handle, and you can reach out to him. Thank you. Once again, if you have forgotten, this platform is called The Reality, where we share people's story, interview people, let people know what is real. We are not faking it. So I'm sure he has been a gentleman. I'm sure there are times we'll bring somebody here, he would say some things to her that would think, oh, yeah, I say, I know this can't be. No, it can't be, because it is, we are being real on this platform. Once again, Jacobs, thank you very, very much for giving us audience. Love bless once again. For all the viewers, we say thank you. Bye bye.